What are you like 5-0?
Yeah, I think so. 4-0, whatever.
4,
How
yeah.
I can't remember what week we're on.
Coming to you from the venue that hosted the Super Bowl back in February of '06. Welcome to Ford Field in downtown Detroit. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Ford Field tunnels. And the noise
Have you noticed any of the home field stuff they were put in?
I think that's only in PS5 and Xbox.
I was gonna say I didn't really notice it.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The former second-round pick. This is Joe Mixon. And up to the
I'll say an X Factor.
before they're able to knock him down.
Sorry, what?
Did you make him an X Factor this year?
Yeah.
I was gonna say, how's he an X Factor already?
Yeah, he was a superstar at the beginning, and then like 2 games in, I was able to get him up there.
Now Joe Mixon. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
So, Charles, you look at this offense. So what a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into
I got away with
the
roughing the
locker room,
passer.
But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0, then lost 5 of 6 and went out in the first round. But I think if you get toward mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this, that's when things start to get real for a ball club.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Brandon, after last week, we went over 200 yards. Looks like the hot tub, cold tub, whatever he did, it worked pretty well.
Much chatter about that performance. Rightfully so. AFC Offensive Player of the Week. And he'll be brought down. It looks
They really upped the fall forward yards, hey?
Yeah.
Carries to pick up the first down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first
It's a weird mix this year. I feel like they slowed the game down a little bit, but other things they rushed down.
On first down with Burrow, escaping the pressure right.
Oh.
And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided
this
he
Lions
better pull it
team's
down
really
and run
bad.
for it. And he slides
Don't
down
have anyone
and
good.
avoids the hit for good measure.
A first carry for Samaje Perine. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Now, this defense for the Lions, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game, because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, you give your team a great chance to win. The best defense in the...
Puts it on the carpet.
Oh, fuck off.
And this is scooped up by the Lions.
Why did he move?
I think he was down. That'll probably get challenged, I bet you.
And we know coaches preach about this and work on it all.
Well, normally if you take your hand off the control, or like you look away, it's usually a good.
Some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Oh, popped out.
Oh.
First carry for DeAndre Swift. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. From the gun, here's Goff. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down. They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass. Goff now looking to throw.
He gets this
Nice one.
complete to Cephas.
Have you started a single player at all?
No.
So I started a single player with the Eagles, and I was using Miles Sanders, and he would rush for like 2 to 5 times a game, and then he would just disappear.
Oh, I think it's how you do your practice. So if you run full pads and do a full practice, they get tired, and then we'll just like come out of the game.
Yeah, it was some type of glitch. I had to mess with the fatigue. If they went under like 80% fatigue in the game, they wouldn't come back. But they should come back. It's only. So I looked it up on Google. There's
Oh, it was a common issue.
Yeah, there's some glitch.
A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL.
But it would only happen to him. It wouldn't happen to anyone else.
You've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored. Give yourself your best.
Yeah, I know that happened to me like when the game first came out. But it hasn't happened to me since, so I don't know if they maybe patched it or what.
Okay. Here's 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's a run for Williams.
Yeah, fucking falling forward.
At the 44-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
I mean, you feel like you make contact, and you're like, oh, I'm gonna stop him, and then he falls forward for another 4 yards.
Yeah, hopefully they'll patch something. I don't mind it happening, but not every play.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
I mean, if you're using like Derrick Henry, then obviously somebody big like that.
They'll try the air now with Goff. Flushed out right. This one taken in by Cephas. A lot of effort there for just a 3-yard gain.
Big 3-yard pass.
2nd down. He was out there
They're getting sacked.
When you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Like even now, when like you got 4 yards when I had like first contacted him in the backfield.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna rip the ball out of my hands.
Because we asked them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Goff on 3rd down. Got him in. It's Brashon Perriman. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 25-yard line. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues.
And Goff's surprisingly good. Oh, well, it's not great, but he's better than my quarterbacks last year.
Now a first down throw. Goff eluding the pressure right. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Here's Swift.
Oh, holding. Blocking the back.
Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
What'd they call? I didn't see it.
Oh, I didn't even see either. I just accepted.
Looked like a block in the back because the guy was getting blocked in the goal line as soon as I passed.
A terrible spot for a holding call as he'll try again, but now from further back on first and goal. Back to the running game with Swift. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at 2nd and goal.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
They stay on the ground this time. It's Williams. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. This is the most important of them all. 3rd and goal. To throw is gone.
What?
I thought I had a guy covering them. Like, oh no, they're both yours. I'm screwed.
Like, how dumb is that? That they don't have. Like, obviously, I was throwing to the guy, hit him in the back, but he was a tight end option. Well, how is he not aware to look for a pass?
Yeah,
Just hits him in the back.
So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though?
Felt the hit stick coming.
Yeah.
Spun around me.
This drive, a little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think Coach will be ecstatic.
Oh, I thought he was gonna drop back more. As soon as I threw it, I'm like, oh, that's gonna get picked.
Turning it over.
Burrow to his old LSU teammate Chase for a Bengal first.
And Jamar Chase won the 2019 Biletnikoff Award as the nation's top receiver while at LSU. And the guy who threw him the passes there, Joe Burrow, now is quarterback at Cincinnati.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And out of bounds on the other side
Team
of
is so weak,
midfield
just
at the
bouncing off him.
45. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
41 yards on the ground for him so far.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And
Yes.
Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Julian Okwara able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score.
This game's flying by.
Once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Able to force him out of the pocket right, but still able to complete it. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
Now
Thought we were going to throw it to the guy deep, 34.
Because
Nah.
something on 3rd
That
down,
was the running back.
how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put
Holding
it
on me,
for a
probably?
play and a first
Should
down.
be.
Yeah.
Getting double teamed.
That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You think being
My
able to
defensive
fire
tackle's
out
just getting
block
pushed
would be a lot easier to
backwards.
not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He gets this one to Boyd.
You think that these teams that just suck would be full of some like young rookies? That are good.
To throw again on 2nd down. Burrow.
And that's caught one more time by Boyd.
Oh,
Oh,
Still going. They can't stop him.
man.
And they do get him down, but not before
he wasn't going to be denied.
inside the 5-yard line. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll give it to Mixon. And he pulls his way into the end zone.
This game so far.
Bengal touchdown. Joe Mixon, touchdown number 18 on the year.
I don't mind it so much when you have like a top tier player being able to fight for some extra yards, but it seems like it's everybody.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking
The only good thing, like I do like about, everyone says it's the same game every year. I feel like during the season they patch things behind the scenes,
So after the made field goal,
so like it feels different throughout the year.
Yeah.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And looking at this situation, Charles, you got more than a minute. You've got all 3 timeouts. Probably no need to play this safe.
So what you're saying is that we're doing a little bit of a mind meld here, aren't we? Because I'm thinking along the same lines as you.
I hate your quarterback.
Don't be compelled to play.
Oh,
Rough in the pasture, yeah.
This is a chance to get points on the board. Press it a little bit.
Especially since a touchdown here gets you the lead. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
I just made my guy go deep and then he bounced off his hands. Oh, come on. Hey, when there's a flag and like no one's around it.
He's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Like there's no point of there being a penalty there. Nobody was anywhere near the play.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it.
Yeah.
Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Here's Goff.
Oh man.
Flush to his right. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. He'll get a
No receiver open.
back on the scramble as it brings up 2nd down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Now we're at the 41, 2nd and 9.
Goff.
Oh no.
Set up the screen to Swift.
And he's able to get this.
They still haven't fixed the stupid middle linebackers doing the same animation though.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes though you get so many blockers out ahead.
That gets a little old.
Slow you down
Yeah.
and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
Stupid 1st down lines on the 50, so I thought that was a. I already passed it.
Now Goff. Got a man and he hits him in stride.
Oh.
He's going to get this one down.
You almost got the block.
Yeah, I was waiting for him to block on
The
it.
Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Goff.
Oh, hit the wrong button. Ah, damn it.
That's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
I don't know how I did that.
Picked up by Mike Jordan. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line.
Wasn't even looking over there.
Charles, not only is that an
Just trying to throw it to the right
interception,
side.
it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown
coverage.
inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the 2nd half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
T. Higgins was the intended target.
But it'll be 2nd down.
But no kneeling for them. They decided they weren't going to run out the clock. They decided to take their shot downfield, hoping to either make a connection or a pass interference call. They wanted more points to put on the board.
Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins.
Oh, my God.
A leap and he will make the catch. Now the Bengals going to use the 1st of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this 1st half. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Complete with 11 seconds remaining now.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And Burrow going to throw again.
Oh.
Underthrow.
Behind him, incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the intended receiver.
But now it'll be 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
It's not letting me pick a play. What the heck? Oh, here we go. Oh. That's stupid. Everything was blacked out.
McPherson's kick is good.
Did you see the,
Push the lead up to a touchdown now.
I forget what team it was. They tried to kick a field goal and the guy caught it in the back of the end zone and ran it back.
Yeah, what a
No.
sequence there and a nice win for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
This fielded right at the goal line. So we have reached halftime here, and it's the
Well, that was a bit of a swing there at the end.
Wish I had that
You shoulda-
playback. Yeah.
Yeah, you should have had a touchdown, and instead I got a field goal.
Or at least a field goal.
Oh no, you had a guy wide open in the end zone. That should have been a touchdown.
No, it's hitting. Still can't believe I hit the wrong button.
It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. It's been a tight game to this point. What do they need to do, Charles, to break through in the second half and take the lead?
Well, I think the first thing they need to do is thank their defense for keeping them in this game. And, you know, I think the defense is saying back to them, why don't you guys focus on getting some first downs, put some drives together, give us a little bit of a break here. If we can get some rest, we'll play even better for you. And, oh, by the way, pay off a few of those drives with some points, too.
Oh, took my back foot. God damn
Trying
it.
to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Ricardo Allen
It's all about the turnovers.
and his guys are going to
It
take
is.
over at the 34-yard line. The first half did
Like,
not go their way.
Especially where we're at now, where like
I still understand. I understand. Like, I could run with him all the time. Doesn't throw off the back foot. All of a sudden, he's like, no one's around me. I'm going to throw off my back of my foot. Oh.
They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score.
yeah, I don't know how that works. Like it's like a percentage of like how much pressure and
I can see if, you know, you're in my face. You're coming at me, but not even that close.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now Mixon.
Oh. Guys are scared of him. Just run around him.
Down inside the 5 to the 4. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. Mixon.
oh,
And the hole closes quickly here.
My D linemen are just ass. Used to the Denver linemen last year.
After giving up back-to-back first downs.
makes a huge difference.
Guys are getting pushed
Second
around.
and goal from inside the 5. P-Ride. And he is in.
That was a nice block there,
Touchdown, Bengals.
right in the middle.
Samaje P-Ride. His second touchdown on the season.
Mixon, though.
And the Bengals, they widen.
Nah, he needed a rest.
And that's a drive that makes everyone happy on that bench because they accomplish exactly what they set out to do. Take care of the football, eat up a little clock, end up in the end zone. Now they've got a cushion for the rest of the game. So they didn't just help themselves offensively, they helped their defense out as well. Offense ready to kick off their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window? I think you
who's that?
I think that there's any way you can run back out there and go,
Well, that's too bad. He was taking penalties earlier anyway, wasn't he?
I didn't see it. But he's like Jason Kelsey. He's probably one of the best centers.
Still on attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
He's been on the Lions for a while though.
On second down, Swift.
What the hell
And
tackle
then
was that?
and then he doesn't push forward on that where I didn't really even tackle him.
Time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile.
Oh, I was all or nothing on that one. I brought my middle linebacker in and just, yeah, prayed that you didn't like do play action or something. Ooh, punting. Or not punting.
No. This team is ass, so it doesn't matter. The defense sucks. There's nobody on offense.
Stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
They go ahead and snap it.
Oh, nice one.
They'll find Williams on the slant. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Facing a
Yeah, and there's not much. You're two scores down, and you only get the ball back
But I don't
this
have
time and once.
like at least you have like a receiver is T Higgins, you know, as a draft pick. Like what the hell are the Lions been doing the last couple of years?
Yeah.
They have
Yeah, like I have a couple good rookies or young
At
players.
least you got Mixon, you got Burrow. Like obviously he was like what #1 the 1 year.
Yeah.
Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal.
Well, that's sort of why I picked them, a young team that wasn't like stacked with a bunch of awesome veterans, but still
No,
like.
I know, but at least you got somebody to.
Yeah,
count on. This Swift is all right, but he looks so small. He looks tiny.
On the handoff, this is
Oh,
Swift.
he ran over your big ass defensive tackle.
35-yard line.
Well, in every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish.
At the end of the day, he's still a 4-yard run.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's still pretty good, right?
Yeah.
You could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
It was actually
On second down, Williams.
I was listening to Michael Irvin called the Philly radio station, the old Cowboys receiver.
Yep.
And he was like, you know, defenses look at things differently. If it's a 4-yard run, they're angry at it at the stoppage. If it's a 4-yard pass, they're happy with it. It's the same 4 yards.
Yeah.
Wants to throw on 3rd and 1. Escaping the pressure right. He's got his man,
Well, how'd that little dude hit Hopkinson? It's like twice his size.
He didn't push forward at all.
They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
Tim's tight end was playing him. He's got like a 6'5" tight end. Dude's huge.
First touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Swift. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. It's Logan Wilson there to bring him down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped him.
Oh, I thought it was going the other guy.
In the defense's column.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he's going to be stopped.
The lineman blew it up.
No gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter of play. 3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal. Flushed out right. And he'll be brought down.
Not a bad try. Almost got there.
I tried the truck stick with the quarterback.
Yeah, risky though.
Whatever. It can hurt Goff. I have no feelings towards him. Figures I picked the Lions, they really lose Stafford.
Oh, fuck. Fuck, full blitz, guess run down the middle, and I couldn't stop you.
I stopped doing Engage 8. Engage 8's supposed to be like the run stopper. They make the middle wide open.
Yeah.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. The The Bengals drive about to get going. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here first and 10.
I did the hit stick, and he just did the stiff arm. Stiff arm the hit stick away.
The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence
A hold right
the
there.
game as well. If it's not there,
Nonsense.
just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Didn't like the play I had picked there.
Yeah. Might as well do it now. Don't want to turn it over.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon.
Fumble it.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 106 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given
on
them.
fire.
Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks.
Oh,
They have the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Oh, did you see him like lunge forward out of nowhere?
Foul penalties, no.
is that his?
Yeah, we know the emotions are
Treat?
running.
No,
and the
just
tendency
fucking
to
Madden
say
being Madden.
Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
After the penalty, it's Mixon. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Oh, that's one to warm
Just
the
hilarious.
hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run.
Oh, you moved your guys in there. I'm like, oh, that's a nice hole.
People, look at that one, right up the gut.
So through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have.
See, that should have been a fumble.
Guys, keep
You
pounding
tried
I
to
was
hit
doing
stick.
the, I was doing the forward thing to tuck the ball in.
But you like
Give him
your
9 on
animation
the carry
missed,
that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
I don't know.
and you were
I
like,
don't.
Down to the final 2 minutes. And
Have
we've
to
got a
question
one-score
Madden at this
game.
point.
Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he
Come on.
stopped after a gain of 1.
And he gets
Not enough.
injured.
Still a yard to go
so it
on
cost him a
3rd down.
timeout. Fucking bum.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care
Stop
of
the
him.
clock anyway.
Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think
Probably
it's
better
something
off
to
giving up the
away
touchdown at that
and
point.
stop him here. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he will take it
Man, you're getting through there though.
Touchdown. Joe Mixon, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point by
My ankle
McPherson,
sprained. Yeah,
up and
don't feel
good.
bad.
And the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
And not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye
Oh
on
fuck.
victory.
And leading. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 26.
He was a little wide open.
A little bit.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws
Just
from
padding
the
my stats.
pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside. And he just showed
Okay,
Nice
out of
catch.
bounds.
pretty good
Come on.
arm, too.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another first down. From the red red zone now. They'll look to throw, eluding the pressure right. The ball comes out.
Oh, lucky.
Out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one, and the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retain possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board.
Flush to his right.
Oh, you got lucky on that one.
The 7-yard line. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. The reception good for 7. It's third down. Here's Goff. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game instead.
That should have been a sack. If you look at that animation.
And they did force the incomplete pass.
You're all over me.
Desperation time for Goff on
Oh,
fourth.
I was going to say.
That is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on fourth down, this is a big call.
Wanted to finish it off in style there.
It's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now
I was like, that play felt so weird, it was getting held.
Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's first and goal. Now Goff.
Oh, nice catch.
Back with one complete.
Oh, come on. Oh, they didn't make the touchdown animation.
Touchdown. So they still need a miracle.
I guess they don't care.
The clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Let's see if that onside kick's gonna work for you.
And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So with 13 on the clock,
Have you ever done one
it's time for an
successfully?
onside kick.
No.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And
It was
they've
close.
got to feel good
Stupid
about this
turnovers.
performance. I think you'd agree, matched up against the
Yep,
top
turnovers will do it to you.
And they pretty much had their way.
Yeah, that was the interesting part about it, because normally when we see this defense play, they have their opportunities and they make their plays, don't they? They knock them back on their heels. They take the ball away.
Look at that.
They change
Passing yards
field
over my
position.
rushing yards.
In this case, what you said is so apt. They had their way with them, took it to them, and knocked them back on their heels and surprised the heck out of them.
So
No
for
DK
the
Metcalf for you?
Bengals, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0
Sorry, what?
through the first
Said no
month and a
DK
half.
Metcalf for you?
And they'll get another road test
What do you mean?
next week as they head
Like
to
last season, you would have had
Baltimore to take on the
500 yards
Ravens.
passing.
Meanwhile, for Detroit,
No.
the loss here will
Decided
move them
to
back to
work more on my
500,
run game.
3-3. And they'll look to
I like the
regroup
run game.
next
The run
week
game's
as they head to
satisfying.
LA to take on the Rams. So
45
for our
yards.
entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon
My second
Gaudin. Thanks for watching,
leading
everybody.
rusher is
We'll
my
see you
quarterback.
next time.
Slow ass white Jared Goff. Oh, I had 100 yards receiving though.
Game.
Yeah, maybe we can get it in. Just gotta advance so Pete can beat the bye week.
You'll still lose. You'll do a practice and his like star will get hurt. That'd be funny.
grading dudes on my team that are 57 and 51. What the fuck?
Nice.
My backup center's a 51. How are you even in the league?
He's on the Lions.
Still, gotta be somebody in the streets that's better than that.
Like that movie, the hell where the players go on strike and was it Keanu Reeves that was quarterback that